Hello everyone, how's it going? BigLT here. Welcome back to another food review. And we are doing something I wasn't thinking I was ever going to find. But yeah, Nutty Buddy Cakes. I think these are going to taste like Twinkies. Or at least close to Twinkies. So, found it at a regional grocery store called Hy-Vee. But originally, I heard from a Facebook page called The Impulsive Buy, which is a shout out to you guys, or shout out to that page, I should say. They said that it was first spotted at a store that we don't have here in this area. So I was like, okay, what are the odds that we'll find anything like that around here then? Well, I found it at a grocery store. So anyway, it's actually smaller than a Twinkie, let's be honest. If I'm going to be honest, it's actually a lot smaller than a Twinkie. Oh, I can smell it. It smells delicious. Nutty Buddies, or I should call them Nutty Bars, but Nutty Buddies are like my favorite thing from Little Debbie of all time. Any Nutty Bar type stuff is a 10 out of 10 for me because chocolate and peanut butter is so good. I'm not going to break it apart or anything. I'm just going to smell it, take a bite, show you guys. It's like a sponge cake. So, as far as I know, definitely tasting the peanut butter. Not much chocolate. But looking at the cake inside, I guess it's a vanilla cake. So, which makes sense. I think it's a vanilla wafer that they used for Nutty Bars. I'm only going to have the one this time. Just to make them last. Because these were like $6, I think, or something like that. $6 for a box. There's like 10 of those things though, and that's good. That's good. It's also one of those ones where it's like maybe every now and then I'll buy a box, but I'm not going to buy a box all the time. The oatmeal cream pie was one I did was delicious. These are just as delicious. It kind of reminds me of a Twinkie. Not just from appearance, but texture, taste. Well, I wouldn't say taste, but texture-wise, yes. So, anyway, gosh, do I even have a story for you guys this time? Oh, actually, you can probably see it over here. Right over here. I got me a Nintendo Switch 2. And Parker took me out to Walmart the day of the release at 5:45 a.m. It was way too early for both of us. Well, not so much for me though. I usually get up about 6. To her, it was. I even took Miku with us because Miku was like my was my advisor on how much I could spend. So every kind of final decision had to go through her for the moment. And say, what's that her name? Parker basically was also there, mainly to give me a ride, but also making sure I didn't overspend anything or whatever. So, the only games I got installed on my Switch 2 is Scarlet and Violet plus Pokemon Home. Just, you know, I actually started both Scarlet and Violet over. I actually didn't import the save from my original Switch to the Switch 2 version. mainly because I wanted to actually start fresh. I wanted to experience the game in its entirety from start to finish with the updated graphics, with the improved frame rate, all that stuff. And oh boy, I found out things that I didn't know were not supposed to happen. Like, yeah, I remember occasionally like some of the models didn't spawn in at certain points. Like when I went to Lavencia, the moment I entered town, I go straight to the Pokemon Center and I bump into something that's invisible. I'm like, what did I just hit? And I found out, oh, there's some people hanging there. Or when you're in the classrooms and basically you see the students' legs kind of like doing this like it's a little bit of a lag thing. But when you boot it up on that version on the Nintendo Switch 2, smooth as butter. Holy crap! And here's the thing. Normally I do a shiny hunting video, guys, for you guys. I found 2 random shinies already, just random. One of them was a Murkrow. It's already my Honchkrow right now. And today I managed to catch a shiny Yungoos. I did catch 2 shinies from a mass outbreak, just because, you know, do something different for a bit. One of them was a Litleo, it was a female, so obviously evolved in a female Pyroar. And the other one was a Magikarp, shiny Magikarp. Because, why not? You know, red Gyarados, who cares? Those are the only 4 shinies. No, actually, I take it back. There was another one. I think this one I caught yesterday at the time I'm recording this. I could be wrong. Maybe it was the day before. But I caught a shiny Delibird at the on the mountain, the snowy mountain. Kind of near the Ghost Gym town. I can't remember the name of it, but it was close to that. And I think it took me about a good 40 minutes for it to spawn. And once it did, I was like, hey, there it is. Fine. I was this close to giving up. And then all of a sudden it spawned, and I was like, hey! So yeah, I caught that. But don't worry, if I go do shiny hunting videos again for you guys, first off, going to get the shiny charm. I've made a strong, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but basically a promise to myself to say like, hey, complete the Pokedex, the Paldea Pokedex, get the shiny charm, then shiny hunt. Then you'll have an easier time with these shiny Pokemon to spawn, and it'll be easier for people to watch the shiny hunting videos. So either I don't do like a minute or 2 minute long video, or whatever, or have to rely on Herba Miscas, which, I mean, the Herba Misca thing's not too bad when I do Area 0. But I heard over 30 Pokemon can spawn at one time, because the draw distance for the Pokemon to despawn on the Switch 2 version, absolutely beautiful. It's going to be freaking hard to shiny hunt. But people say it's going to make it easier, because then you'll see the shiny a little more. You get more chances to find the shiny. Yeah, I don't know. I got to focus on way too many shinies, way too many Pokemon to see if even there's a shiny in there. But then again, I got 5 shinies. And 2 of them were randoms. The Murkrow obviously was easy to tell. The Yungoos, I remember I was just looking for a Dino. I don't know what it's called. I know what it's called. I know the Pokemon I'm thinking of. I just don't know how to say it. I think you can say it anyway. I was looking for it in the, I wouldn't call it a cave, but it's that structure just north of the desert where the Quaking Titan is. There's that little kind of cavey, cavern looking thing. You can find Noibats in there. You can find Salandit. I think you can find some other Pokemon in there. I can't remember. But anyway, I was just randomly looking for a Dino because I wanted to trade a Dino for, what was it? I think it was a Dreepy. And as I'm passing by this Yungoos, I'm whizzing by this thing on my Koraidon. I'm just whizzing right by. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, was that a shiny? And then I went into a battle and sure enough, it was a shiny. I was like, holy crap, how did I catch that? I wouldn't even notice that. That was just sharp, you know. And that was like earlier in the day. I was trying to go for Ghastly. I was trying to go for Fletchling. I couldn't find either one. But apparently I can find a random full odds Young Goose in a freaking cavern north of that desert. Full odds. I mean, whatever. And even Murkrow. I'll mention the Murkrow, then I'll get my rating. The Murkrow was when I came up to the Pokemon Center near the that one port that has the auctions. I was just looking for Ditto. I was about ready to go to bed. This is the same day I got my Switch 2, and I was just playing the game. I take that back. I think a couple of days went by after the Switch 2 release. I don't think I was that far into the game yet, but regardless, I was looking for a Ditto, and I was like, okay, I'm going to catch a Ditto and then go to bed. While I'm looking for a Ditto, obviously I find a shiny Murkrow just hanging out near the Pokemon Center, and I was like, all right, fair. I can deal with that. It's not even my fastest shiny I've ever gotten in a Pokemon game. My fastest one actually was I don't remember what year it was, but I got Pokemon Y, I believe, for Christmas. And got it home, booted the game up, and I haven't even gotten the first gym badge yet. But I remember it was within 24 hours of me just getting the game and getting to this point and getting to basically I wouldn't say it was 24 hours, but it felt like it. But anyway, I got to the route east of the bug gym where Viola is the gym leader, I think, in X and Y. I was looking in the grass. I was looking for a Riolu. I was like, I need a Riolu for my team because I always want a Riolu on my team. It's always fun. First Riolu I come across is freaking shiny, and I was like, the first Riolu I find in this game is a shiny. And the funny thing is, 24 hours later after that, I get another shiny. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was, oh shoot, I don't remember its name. It's the bear that's I think it's a fighting dark type. Or it evolves not a fighting dark type, but I think it was a fighting type. Pancham? I think it's called Pancham. I found a shiny one of those 24 hours after the shiny Riolu. And I've already got through Lumio City to do the thing at the lab, to go to wherever, I think this was before the town that has that castle that has some kind of history or something about Kalos. I can't remember. It's been a while since I played X and Y. All I remember is that I think it's you and Shauna. You're looking for Furfru, and once you get the Furfru and take it back to the person, you get the firework display. It was before that town. It was between that town and the town of Lumio City. I found a shiny Pancham there. 24 hours after I found the shiny Riolu. Freaking amazing. Best shinies I ever got that close together. And that's saying something because even my gacha luck has been freaking nuts at one point. But anyway, yeah, that should be enough story for now. So let's give a rating on these things as I still can taste the Nutty Buddy cakes. 10 out of 10. I'm being biased. I know. These are my favorite. I gotta be biased. 10 out of 10. I would love to say something stupid like 15 out of 10, but I'm not Doka Ryan here. I'm not Doka Ryan where he makes like extreme freaking concoctions with his mixtures of alcohol and some weird candy or whatever, and when it's the best thing he's ever had, he's like 30 out of 10. It's like, oh my god, okay, calm it down. We don't need to go that high, even if it's the best thing you ever had. No, even for me, I'm just gonna straight up say it's just 10 out of 10. I don't try to do anything stupid where it's like, 11 out of 10. If I have, that was just me being funny, but I would really mean 10 out of 10 for anything. But it's my channel. I can say it if I want, but I'm not going to. If I have, it was probably one time, and it was just for fun. But anyway, yeah, 10 out of 10. Love it. Love it. Being biased, just go to try it for yourself. I know Scotty will probably do it too. Speaking of which, I have other food reviews I want to do. And truth be told, Scotty, this is one of the things I wanted to do with you. Okay, one more quick story for this, because this is going on the day that this actually happens. So Tuesday, June 10th, has two events in my life. One of those is the birthday of an anime character from Data Live known as Kurumi Tokisaki. That is her birthday. The second reason, and this is the heartbreaking one, it is the day my brother died from a motorcycle accident. And because of this, I was thinking about going to Scotty's place on Tuesday to do these food reviews, but I thought to myself, like, nah, I gotta stay home. Not because it's Kurumi Tokisaki's birthday, but because it's the day my brother died. And he was only a half brother. He was my younger one. But my grandma was telling me, don't even say that he's just a half brother. He's your brother. You just gotta love him for that. And I do. He's in my heart every day. Not in here, but I'll just say it. I always, morning and night, right when I wake up, before I go to bed, take my medication, I usually just offer a glass of milk in his memory. And tomorrow, at the time I'm recording this will be tomorrow, but when this goes live, it'll be the day. I have red velvet cupcakes that are supposed to act as Kurumi Tokisaki's birthday cake. And if you ever watch Data Live, you understand the idea behind why I think red velvet would be a perfect birthday cake for her. And if you don't, and you don't care, well, you're going to learn. So the reason why is because Kurumi is known as Nightmare, as the spirit in the anime. She is very, apologies YouTube for saying this, but she kind of murders people. She will kill someone in the anime just for, like, harming kittens. She sees you harming a kitten, she's gonna straight up right then and there. She don't even care. She loves kittens, but she will hurt anyone. She will kill anyone just by even hurting just a fraction of a kitten for any reason. You throw stones at a kitten, she's just done. Your life doesn't even matter anymore. So the connection with the red velvet is actually simple. I learned this from Good Eats. I probably brought this up before on the channel. If you don't know this, red velvet is another form of a devil's food cake. And I just find it kind of ironic that Kurumi and red velvet / devil's food cake just perfect together. You know what I mean? So because of that, yeah, I got red velvet cupcakes for not only Kurumi Tokisaki's birthday, but I'm going to have like maybe one or two in memory of my brother. So yeah, it's going to be a fun day, and I wouldn't say it's fun. Half and half, what the hell. But anyway, yeah, so thanks for watching this food review. Of course, I've been BigLT, and I'll see you guys next time for another food review. You have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye.